Good morning. This is Victoria Lambert, and I have some people photobombing me. We all have our ears up. We're ready. Rancho Chapapote is in the house. Okay, guys, I am Victoria Lambert with the Brahman Journal. We will be live with you all day today, so make sure you make comments and watch the show. We have Gannon on the tripod. He's going to do a great job. We have the beautiful Alyssa. She will be on camera and helping Gannon. And then, of course, the beautiful Brandolin also. So we will be here. Our team is here to have you have a great watching experience. I'm going to step aside, and I'm going to leave you guys there, and we're going to just swirl right around, and we're going to come see the main person that keeps all our technology running. There you go. Here is Iran, all the way from Merida, Mexico. Stand up, Iran, so we can see your face. Stand on up. There you go. And here is Iran. This is where Iran and I will be sitting all day. So we're pretty excited about this, and we think we're going to have a great time. Houston's working hard to get a few things taken care of, and we're just going to go ahead and move to one of our commercials for one of our great sponsors that helped us and supported us to be here. So we're going to just let the music play, let you guys watch, and we'll talk about the sponsors a little bit. All right, we are pretty excited to be here today. It's just been an amazing Houston, and I want to say thank you to our sponsors. We have Heritage Cattle Company. Heritage Cattle Company, everybody knows they do just a wonderful job in their breeding program. They've been super supportive of our Brahman Journal live stream, so we really appreciate all that they do. We're looking to have you guys comment and let us know what you're thinking about and how much fun you're having watching the show. But again, go visit that Heritage Cattle Company. Oh, Raul, I'm so glad you're watching. And we have Raul watching from Bucaramanga. John Wayne is watching. Anton, what time is it there? You're in South Africa. And then I think we have some people in Thailand watching too. So thank you guys. And Mandy Chambers is watching from home. She has her little one, HB. And HB is there at home with her. And so we just want to say thank you. Mandy Chambers will be keeping us all on target, as will also the lovely Maciel there in Nicaragua. So again, want to say thank you, Heritage Cattle Company. They're having a 2022 International Semen and Embryo Sale here at the stalls in Houston, so be sure to stop by. We also want to say thank you to Little Pecan Cattle. Little Pecan Cattle, you need to come see that championship show string here in Houston. Brandy Barnes helps Little Pecan Cattle. They have some amazing females and bulls. So you stop by, visit with Chris McCall of Sweet Lake, Louisiana. They have some Brahmins and F1s, and they do a great job, and they're one of our supporters of this live stream. And then, of course, we have the Miami International Show. That show is going to be April 8th through 10. April 8th through 10. There is a sale also involved in that, but let's talk about the show first. We just heard that they are extending the entry deadline. Entries have been extended, so there is still time to get into that Miami show. So there is still time to be able to do that. And then, of course, we have the sale that'll be going on. That's that Magic City sale. Magic City sale will actually be that Friday, April 8th. We'll be there in the house. I've had some people asking me if it's okay to watch the show, if you can be there at the show for free at the Miami show, and yes, you can. They welcome you. We did a little visit and shout out to them. And then, of course, we have Elgin Breeding Service. Elgin Breeding Service, that's Hillary and Dylan. They've had so many people visiting with them these last week or so. They've been doing this. It's a family tradition. They are a breeding service, so bull collection, transportation, shipping, you know, you name it, you got it. They're really, really awesome. So again, go visit. Elgin Breeding Service actually has their booth right by the Brahman Journal booth, so they're across from there, so you can go visit them. And again, we'll be back live. We're going to let you listen to some of the announcements while we're waiting for the cattle to come in. All right, so we are here live, getting ready to come in with the cattle. The live stream will start shortly. I'm going to get hooked up so I can watch sorry, got a little distracted there. I'm going to get hooked up so we can watch the comments. I'm going to see if we can get Miss Casey to bring my mouse from the booth. It's back there. It's 1542. Miss Brandolin. Miss Brandolin, would you maybe give Miss Casey a call and see if she could bring my mouse? It's back there at the booth, I think, and my little the stubs for it. Thank you. Sorry about that, guys. Y'all are hearing it in real time. Okay, so good morning and good luck to everyone. From Jake Matthews is saying hello from KI Cattle. We're so glad you're here. And Kathy Lambright, so glad you guys are watching. This is really awesome. Thank you. And remember, you can tell your friends that don't have Facebook that we are also live on our Facebook. So don't forget, You can go Facebook, you can go website. So wherever you want to watch, you can watch either way. We're going to let you know kind of, hey, Emily Otto. And Mandy, I do have some coffee, clearly not enough because I got a little tongue-tied there. So they're getting ready to walk in with the red female group classes.
Sure did miss you all last year. Is Dr. Chris Bowman, and the Houston Livestock Show Vice President in charge of the livestock areas is Mr. Chris Underbrink. My name's Jim Cooper from Belleville, Texas. I'll be working the Red Brahman show today. Up here on the main stage, Mr. Harvey Buring of Orange Grove, Texas will be working the Gray Brahman division. We also work for Ms. Julie Bass, the Chief Mission Officer, and also for Carl Hanks, the Director of the Houston Livestock Show, with Mr. Kyle Walker. Ms. Cheyenne Griffin and Ms. Ashley Epston all have assisted in setting up this year's Houston Livestock Show. The Assistant Livestock Show Superintendent for Operations is Mr. Gary Don Odom of Fort Worth. And the Open Breeding Beef Superintendent is Mr. Wes Allison. He's the President of the Heart of Texas Fair and Rodeo in Waco, Texas. Wes's Assistant Superintendents will be working the arena today are Dr. Chase Runyon of San Angelo, Mr. Jason Hendricks of Normandy, Dustin Sufall of Waco, and Dean Fox of Burton, Texas. The Livestock Committee Chairman is Miss Laura Taylor of Crosby, Texas. Now, ladies and gentlemen, if you please stand for our national anthem and our invocation. I'll turn the mic over to Harvey.
By the dawn's early light, what we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight, o'er the ramparts we watched, were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we did. Now, Mr. Harvey Buring will give our invocation this morning.
Please bow with me. Our Heavenly Father, we thank you for this day. We ask that you be with our exhibitors, keep them in the free spirit of competition. Lord, we ask that you look over this group, have safe travels for them in their return home. Lord, we ask that you be with our first responders, with those who are under oppression around the world. Lord, we ask that you bring peace to our world and nation. We ask these things in Christ's name. Amen.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're ready to get our show started. This is going to be our first class in the red division. This is your produce of dam, class 53. We've got 3 entries in this class, and we're leading them on in. Well, this morning, we said earlier, we have 3 classes in this red division in our groups. We have 4 classes in the gray.
Yeah. Okay, everybody. We are here and we are ready to start. So we're going to do a few little things to try to keep this internet running. We are having some issues with the internet, believe it or not. So we'll just have to see what we can do. I hope you guys are watching okay. And we are in the Produce of Red Dam class. So we have, I believe, 3 entries in here. It looks like we have the entry for Herzog cattle. They're going to be the ones that are closest to our camera. And then we have the entry for Ken Ramsey Brahmins, which is, then we go to, actually it looks like we just have the 2. It looks like we just have the 2 heads.
He is globally recognized for his experience with Brahman cattle, pedigree knowledge, and performance standards of the breed. Brandon brings over 20 years of Brahman breeding experience.
Okay, we're going to have Herzog. Herzog is going to be number 1. They're going to be champion produce of dam, Herzog cattle, with their Miss 7IL 131. She is going to be the grand champion in the produce of dam. This is the natural produce of dam. And then we are going to have in second the DB Southern Style 1/449 polled female, shown by Dietering Cattle Company, by Dietering Red Brahmins, and they will be second. We do have the program up. We have heard that some of the changes have occurred with the program.
We're pleased to have him here in Houston this year working on the Brahman Cattle Show.
Off on me.
Thanks very much.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we have our results here in our first class of groups. Class 53, your winner was entry 1610. Herzog Cattle Company, your owner exhibitor from Chilton, Texas. Second goes to entry number 1491, Dietering Red Brahman Cattle Company out of Hempstead, Texas. Congratulations to those 2. Next up, we're going to lead in our class 54 embryo produce of dam. This is class 54.
Alrighty, so that was class 53, which was that group class. Hey Rick, good to see you watching. That's going to be Miss 7IL 131. That is going to be a HK Magnet daughter out of Miss 7IL. That was the Herzog Cattle Company entry. You can find that program. We're going to see if maybe Miss Mandy can go ahead and put that link to that program. Hey Shay, how are you? Great seeing you yesterday, and you've got your lovely sister there in the ring with us. So we're really loving that Alyssa Ducey is working with us.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're ready to get our show started.
Here we go.
Classes.
And we do have a fair amount of delay, so it looks like we do have a fair amount of delay. We're doing the best that we can with the internet that we have here in the arena. So thanks guys for watching. Again, in second place on that group class, we had the DB Southern Style 1/449, and that is going to be the Dietering Red Brahman entry. That was going to be a Mr. J.S. Rouge daughter out of DB Southern Style, and those that was out of a polled female, and by a that female was actually out of a polled female, and the female herself that produced those offspring was polled. So hey Brittany, thank you for watching, and everyone. We really appreciate it. Hope you will be very patient with us today with our internet problems here, which wouldn't have thought we would have any here. So we're now moving into the embryo produce of red dam. Embryo produce of red dam. We're going to be looking at CT Miss Karen Rhino is coming in first. That's going to be with the Phillip Cattle Company entry. And then coming in that second spot, it looks like we're going to have the Bendy, yeah? Carrier, okay, so Carrier's coming in on that second spot. So the Bendy group probably didn't make it. So the Carrier Cattle Company, that's going to be Miss Ella 104/6 offspring. And then it looks like we're going to go ahead and have the Razorback entry. Looks like we're going to have the Razorback entry. Razorback's supposed to be the CT Lady Rhino. Then it looks like we came in with, is that J&L? How are you? We have some friends from Columbia that are coming and saying hello. And so I'm going to go off and we're going to just listen to the sound in the arena. And so thanks guys again, Heritage Cattle, Little Pecan, Elgin Breeding Service, and of course Miami International. Hey everybody, it looks like that we have the placings are starting. Now, we just found out that Houston Livestock Show and Rodeo had a few issues with their program. We have sound back on. So Houston Livestock Show and Rodeo had a few problems with their program, but we are going to say that 1690. What's going to be the number on this one, Miss Morgan? Miss Morgan, what's going to be the entry number on this one?
1720, I believe.
1720 on this one, because he's got a different back number, but yeah, 1720 we believe. All right, so this is going to be entry number 1720. 1720 is what we're looking at here. And if you are looking at our program, we're going to have to flip through and see if we got this one in the, yep, we do. So this is going to be Moreno Miss Lady Reba Victoria that right now is sitting in first. Okay, I'm just asking Kelvin, and he is nodding his head. We also want to remind everybody that we are putting those Miami entry deadline has been extended. So make sure you guys get your entries into Miami, and thank them again for being one of our sponsors. So Moreno Miss Lady Reba Victoria, these are her two offspring that are sitting here in first. That's going to be a Mr. V8 380 over 6 daughter out of Moreno Miss Lady Reba. I think everybody remembers Moreno Miss Lady Reba, really great cow. And then in second it looks like we have, okay, it looks like 1591 is going to be in second. 1591 is going to be CT Lady Rose Rhino. That's going to be a J&L Cattle Services, entry. CT Lady Rose Rhino is going to be a SRS Mr. Posco daughter out of CT Lady 380 Rhino 11 over 13. And then sitting in that third place hole, unless of course the judge changes his mind, sitting in that third place hole, we're going to have the exhibitor, the cattle exhibited by Razorback. These are going to be the Razorback entries, and I'm flipping through my book to get to that group. So, Razorback, that's going to be CT Lady Rhino. We don't have a private herd number on her. That's going to be a Mr. H Red Rhino 765 daughter out of 5M Miss Marcia. So really some great breeding here. She's going to be sitting in third. We're having, and there's the link to the female catalog. Thank you so much, Miss Mandy. The class that is showing, we're being told, we have like a little comment that we need to fix something on our live stream because you can't see it. So let's see what we're having a problem with, and we'll move that. So the class, they're saying they're having trouble seeing that class on the screen, maybe on that live stream. I think that we're seeing it okay on a big computer, but maybe it's not working on a phone or something. So we'll bump that down just a little bit. Thank you, Lana Joe. Lana Joe of Ferguson Cattle was telling us that. So we will make that. Just slide it to the right where everyone can see it enough is what they're telling me. So perfect, awesome. Okay, we're working on that, Miss Lana Joe. And we're gonna hand this phone back to Miss Alyssa. So thank you, thank you. All right, and then who do we have in fourth? Do we know who's sitting there in fourth? I need you guys to help me out just a little bit here. Is Carrier in fourth? Yep, Carrier. And did Carrier see we had Houston Livestock Show and Rodeo had a few little issues with their interns and their check-ins. So we have some cattle that should have made the catalog, some cattle that didn't make the catalog. So we're hoping that we can just let you guys know and give you some information. Of course, those champions and stuff, we are always there for you to tell you about that. But Carrier Cattle Company, that's going to be the Miss Ella 104 over 6. Miss Ella 104 over 6 is going to be a Mr. T.O. Ferris 10 over 4 out of the Miss Winchester 4 over 8. And we'll see if Miss Lana Joe will let Miss Alyssa know if that looks a little bit better. So we'll see how that goes. We're going to go ahead and go sound off for just a little bit, and we will be back shortly with the sound. You are so welcome, Raul, for the catalog. We're glad we could have it up there for you, so thank you very much for telling us that. And of course, Dorothy, we're really glad that you are watching from Harp, Texas. They're getting work on some paperwork and trying to figure out what's going on here. But we also noticed that we have a big delay, so if you're watching back in the barn, just know that there is a really big delay. So of course, we love you guys shouting out and giving us some love. There is a really big delay, but at least we're getting that live stream out there. Hey, Panya, how are you? I think that you're going to be here, I thought. So maybe we'll see you later. And then, of course, Bovine Elite, thank you. You guys are tuned in watching, but we are a little delayed. Bovine Elite is really close to the Brahman Journal booth, so you can find us there. And then, of course, big shout out to Connie and Bill Nettles from 4N Ranch. We sure wish you could be here, Miss Connie and Mr. Bill. We're going to get some photos of like the awards and that sort of thing. And 79 cattle. We just love coming and visiting with you guys last fall when we had that sale. 79 cattle. They have some tremendous cattle. Hi from Columbia. We have quite a few people from Columbia here in the house. So thanks, guys, for giving us that shout out. And then, of course, we have the lovely Emily Otto. She is home, I think, nursing a sick child, but that's Magic Ranch. They had a really great show. So they've already had like a sale that went really well. Jake Matthews, thank you for giving us a shout out from KI Cattle. We're really glad that everyone is here. And then, of course, Miss Mandy, thank you, of course, always for watching. So thanks, guys, for watching. And Estuardo, thank you for watching from Guatemala. Of course, we had Anton watching earlier with us from South Africa, so that is really great. And that was the placing. The judge is not going to be giving us any reasons. I think that once we get to the classes, we will have, once we get to the classes, we'll have some reasons from the judge and we'll be able to go live. Is that much better? Okay. We do have a delay, everyone, so it is a little bit delayed. Your comments are a little delayed. We'll do the best that we can to get you guys up there. I was just seeing some of the, all the comments. Jake, thanks for watching. Really appreciate it. Of course, we are dependent on our internet, so whatever the internet does for us is the best we can do. And we want to thank, once again, Heritage Cattle. They have a sale going on in the barn, so make sure you go there. And then, of course, Little Pecan Cattle. Thank you guys for also being a sponsor for us. Elgin Breeding Service. I know the guys are watching from the booth. I think we could probably throw up maybe a little photo of the guys watching in a small screenshot. We could do a page-in-page type thing and show us that the guys at Elgin Breeding Service are watching from, there they are, Elgin Breeding Service, they are watching from there in Elgin, Texas. So that's Elgin Breeding Service, they're watching from Elgin, Texas. Thanks, guys, for being a sponsor and helping us be here. We're going to go back into the arena. And there we go. So that was our first two classes. Again, congratulations to Miss 7IL. That was that very first class, class 53. And then we had the winner in the second class, which was class 54. Again, guys, there are going to be some entries that are not in your catalog because Houston Livestock Show and Rodeo had just a few little issues. So again, we want to apologize for that. Unfortunately, it was not anything that we could control. Okay, we are in the get-of-sire class. This is going to be class 55. We should have coming in the ring the very first one. This is going to be a Dietering Red Brahman entry. Okay, Dietering Red Brahman entry. This is going to be Mr. J.S. Rouge 140/0. Remember, the sire is red. Okay, so that's what we're looking at, not the offspring, but the sire. So Mr. J.S. Rouge entry walking in for Dietering Red Brahman. Then we're going to have the Santa Elena entry. That's going to be, let me make sure that they're there. Nope, it looks like we're going to go to a Moreno Mr. Rockstar, I believe. Moreno Mr. Rockstar, I believe, is that in that second hole right now walking in. Yep, that looks correct. And then it looks like we're going to go to the Maximus. So it looks like the VL Rojo Apache was a scratch. Okay, we did get some comments. We're reconnecting there. And so thanks, guys. Thanks, Javier. You are so welcome. I'm so glad that you are watching from Bucaramanga. So thank you, Javier, for watching. I love Bucaramanga. Not only do I love Bucaramanga, but I love to say Bucaramanga also. So thank you. And Shiloh Farms, I agree, they have some great cattle. And Danielle Larson. Danielle, I think you're probably, are you watching from Florida? Where are you guys watching from? Make sure you let us know where you're watching from too, because it's really exciting to know. Now it looks like we have quite a few additional entries that originally were supposed to be entered, but unfortunately it looks like we had a little glitch with the Houston Livestock Show and Rodeo team that were doing the entries. So I think that we had just a little bit of a glitch there. So we're going to scroll on down, see if I can catch some of those. Class, yeah, interesting. I don't have a lot with that, so that's very interesting. Okay. Let's see. Thank you, Carlitos, and also Dan Thomas. Dan, thank you for watching from Mississippi. And I just noticed that Carlitos McDonald, that's there in Mexico. I am so glad you think the cattle are looking good. Carlitos, we really miss seeing you. So we look forward to possibly getting to see Carlitos soon, because we haven't seen him lately. Now, I'm going to say that we should be, I'm hoping, in Tampico for their national show. So we should be in Tampico for the national show. Perfect, awesome. We have a little teamwork going here, and that's the cattle. So we can maybe zoom in just a little bit while we thank, of course, Heritage Cattle Company, Little Pecan. Make sure you guys go by all of those cattle breeders' booths. And then Elgin Breeding Service, of course. And then, of course, the Miami International Show. So again, we want to thank Heritage Cattle. We would like to thank them. We're going to go back to a solo look here, get a few things worked out on our views. As you guys know, this is kind of a work in progress. So this is definitely a work in progress here. Okay, we have a little message from Miss Mandy Chambers asking us if 1720 won the embryo red produce of Dam, and Miss Mandy, it was Moreno Miss Lady Reba 1720, 1720 won that second class. It looks like we have a Maximus group here in first for the get-of-sire. This is going to be the Maximus group in the get-of-sire. Hey Leonardo, thanks for watching. And Jose, where are you watching from? Showing us the love. Okay, we're going to see if I can get some more information. It looks like in second place we have the Santa Elena get-of-sire entry. It looks like we have the Santa Elena get-of-sire entry. We're going to see if
All right, ladies and gentlemen, here's your results in Class 55 get-of-sire. Your first attendee goes to entry number 1900. Watkins Cattle Company, Sterling, Watkins, Louisiana. Second goes to entry 1652, Santa Ana Ranch in Mansfield, Texas. Third goes entry number 1724, Moreno Ranches of Riesel, Texas. And fourth went to entry 1492, Dieter Brothers Cattle Company of Hempstead, Texas. Congratulations to all those that are getting sire group.
okay, that was the get-of-sire. And again, in first place, we were going to have the Mr. WCC Maximus Rojo, 82/4. I don't think he needs any introduction. That's going to be the JDH San Antonio Manso sire. And that is out of a TTT Miss Subras Vernon. There's some really cool information about that bull from past editions of the Brahman Journal, talking about how he was some sexy, he was supposed to be a girl, turned out to be a boy. Then we have the El Rojo Apache 1/50. That is going to be Santa Elena entry. And in third, we have Mr. Rockstar. I think Moreno Mr. Rockstar just moved into the Register of Renown this year. And okay. And then in fourth, we had the Mr. J.S. Rouge Dietering Red Brahmins entry. So congratulations to that get of red sire. And now we're moving along to some grade classes, produce of grade dam. We want to thank, of course, our sponsors. We're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about the LPC, Little Pecan Cattle, that have been one of our sponsors. We're also going to thank, of course, the Miami. We're going to be in Miami April 8th through 10th. Again, we're going to ask Miss Mandy if she can go ahead and put the link to the entries. For Miami, because they have extended the entries. Asa Lee, thanks for watching with us. Of course, our good friends at Lee's Cattle Company are watching. And then we have Elgin Breeding Service. Thank you to Elgin Breeding Service. The guys are there watching from Elgin. So that's fun. They're giving us all a thumbs up and a shout out. So thanks, guys, Dylan and the team. And then, of course, we want to thank, let's see who we're going to thank now. We're going to thank Heritage Cattle Company for being in the house and helping us be here in the house ourselves. And we're going back into the arena so that we can watch the action. Alrighty. We would like to say shout out to, of course, Asa Lee. Asa Lee, thanks for watching. Asa's going to have a sale with us on our best cattle sales not too far away. There in mid-March we do. And so Asa Lee of Lee Cattle Company. Then we're going to say thank you for watching from GNC Genetics in Strawn, Texas. Thanks for watching. Of course, we want to probably put up on the screen that nope, we're not going to do that because that was a previous class. So, all right, thanks guys for watching, and we are now in with the embryo produce of gray dam. Embryo produce of gray dam. Still working out a few of our kinks. Would we like Gannon maybe to move over to the right just a little bit there, you think? Good. Bring the camera. Bring the camera.
You need me to take it off?
No, just
Bowling, Texas. We're now ready to move to our Class 54 embryo produce class. I have a rather large class of embryos in our gray show. And we'll be leading them on in.
Alrighty, so in that last class, sorry, we were taking care of some business, but in that last class, which was the produce of Gray Dam, we had a winner, and that winner is going to be the Lady H. Barbie Manso. Lady H. Barbie Manso is owned by Heritage Cattle Company and Carlos Reyes, and of course, Heritage Cattle Company was showing her. She's a JDH Sir Shank Manso daughter out of Lady H. Mariana Manso. And in second, I believe we had the Herzog Cattle Company entry. Herzog Cattle, I believe, was second with their Miss CBR Mademoiselle 576/5. We're now coming in the arena with the embryo produce of Gray Dam. Embryo produce of Gray Dam. We're trying to keep up with your comments. We'll get back to those here shortly. Again, thank you. These are, someone was just asking the question, how many months? These are actually produce of the females. So that question was asked at the very bottom. That question was asked right there. How many months. So this is actually the produce class. So what we're judging is actually the mother of these offspring. So it just depends. And thank you guys for watching. So we really appreciate you guys watching. Let us know where you're watching from. And they are, Reggie Rodriguez is watching from I-10. I'm sorry, Reggie, you got stuck. I am so sorry. That's not a good thing. So there you go. Oh, and let's look at the Miami. It looks like we're getting those links and stuff. So be sure to attend the Miami International Show, and the entry deadlines have been extended. And I see that if you look in the comments, you can find a link that you can click on. So embryo produce of Gray Dam, really, really big class. We're going to see how that goes. Really huge. He might even have to kind of split this class up. We'll have to see. Again, this is Brandon Cottrell. Brandon Cottrell is in the arena as the judge, and we do have the link to the catalog. Our catalog is a little bit on the offside because Houston Livestock Show and Rodeo had some problems with some of their interns not checking in all of the cattle. Again, not a problem of ours, not a problem of the ABBA, who has worked really, really hard to help with this show. So this really was sort of a problem with the Houston Livestock Show and Rodeo. They forgot to check a little box. So if you look at that catalog and you do not see something that you thought should be in the catalog, then don't worry. They're not in the catalog. You're not missing something. So and we will do our best to kind of have a couple spreadsheets open here. Watching from Cambodia, that is very exciting. Glad to have you watching with us. So, and thank you so much for watching, everybody. We really appreciate all your comments. And hello from Lazy S. Okay, thank you. Again, we do have a little bit of a delay, guys. We wish we didn't, but we do. So we're doing the best that we can. We're going to go sound off for just a moment. Okay, it looks like we have somebody that's being pulled into first. It looks like it's 1687, and I'm gonna have to flip through my book and see if I can find 1687. And I don't see 1687. Let's see. This is going to be a entry of Joyce Custom Fitters. Hey girls. Shelby. What? All right, so we have first place right now, as long as we don't change it, is going to be Lady H. Eva Manso, 763 over 5. That's going to be an entry of Joyce Custom Fitters exhibited, and that's Callie Kreft is the owner. That's going to be a Mr. H. Elijah Manso daughter out of Lady H. Misty Manso. So congratulations, right now they're sitting in that first place. It looks like La Muneca is sitting in second. It's supposed to be 873, I think is what they told me. And I hate to say this, but we are having a little difficulty with the class numbers. Hey, what was La Muneca's entry number? What was La Muneca's entry number? Alrighty then. Second place on that, in this really large class, we're going to have the LMC Polled Passion 55 over 4. That is going to be an entry of La Muneca cattle, I believe. I mean, we're thinking that. Of course, we're moving things around a little bit, so we're going to find out what we have first and second. We're going to have to give it some time to shake out. Up here in the top, we're going to have like Joyce Custom Fitters, we're going to have La Muneca, we're going to have Schulte Cattle Company, and then of course looking to see if I can see who else is sitting in here and recognize some of the people. It's a little difficult, especially because our playbook isn't quite right. But if the first two that were pulled are first and second, we're looking at the Joyce Custom Fitters entry, and then of course the La Muneca. So we again want to thank Heritage Cattle Company, Little Pecan Cattle, Elgin Breeding Service, and of course Miami International Show and Sale for all that they do for us to be here in the arena. So we were looking at these gray embryo produce dam. If you grab up a March edition of the magazine, you'll see some really cool information in here. So we're going to see if we can correlate some stats back and forth on these cattle. So Lady H. Eva Manso, she was the one that we thought got pulled in first. We'll just have to see if she sticks. That's going to be the Joyce Custom Fitters entry. Looks like she did. Okay, so this is going to be the Joyce Custom Fitters entry. Joyce Custom Fitters entry, which we've been looking at. Hey, Broussard, thanks for... and so, like we were talking about, we were discussing that very first entry. That was going to be the Lady H. Eva Manso 763/5. She's going to rank number 14 lifetime of our females for top producing Register of Renown points. And that same female was number 1 on the 5-year and number 1 on the 1-year list. So if you look at the Brahman journal, you will see a picture of Lady H. Eva Manso. She is on page 92 of the Brahman journal because she was the number 1 female for both the 5-year and for also the 1-year list. So kind of some cool stats and data if you're into that sort of thing we have in the magazine. So we're walking out of the arena now. That was the gray embryo produce dam. We'll get those numbers here shortly of the placings. If Miss Mandy, hey, Joyce Custom comment. So Misty's in the house, I'm hoping, and she's wishing her good luck, especially Joyce Custom Fitters, who just ended up
Well, ladies and gentlemen, we're now ready to bring in for evaluation your Class 55 get-of-sires here in the Gray Show. And ladies and gentlemen, our results of the top 10 in the embryo produce class 54. First place honors went to our entry number 852. Jana Wall of Wharton, Texas, the owner of that group. Second in the class, going to entry 878, La Muñeca Cattle Company and Flores Cattle Company of Lynn, Texas. Your third place honors to entry 670 from Heritage Cattle Company of Hungerford, Texas. Fourth in the class, going to entry 1300 from V8 Ranch of Bowling, Texas. Our fifth place group was entry 520. AT Ranch, Anna Thomas of Honey Grove, Texas, taking fifth place honors. Sixth in your group class, going to 1228. That's Tumbleson Farms of Angleton, Texas. Our seventh place award going to entry 899, Little Pecan Cattle Company of Belle, Louisiana. Eighth going to 887, Lindsay Farms, Candace Ellis, the owner, Troop, Texas. Our ninth place group went to 1131, Schulte Cattle Company, the exhibitor from Brenham, Texas. They're also the owner. 10th going to 1156, Smith Brahmans showing for J. Gordy Simmons of Maringouin, Louisiana. Congratulations to our top 10 in the embryo produce, Class 54 Grays.
And so we were talking about that. That's really cool. Lady H. Eva Manto, 763/5. You can look her up in the Brahman Journal at March edition stock. Pick it up. She is one of the top producing Register of Renowned females on the last 5-year and also on that 1-year list. And then, of course, in that second spot, we had that polled female that was, I also think she was probably seen in the February edition of the magazine, because we did have some really cool information in February. So go grab a February edition of the magazine. Also, you can look at the top point producing females for the polled females for registration by, Register of Renown points. And so if you look at the page 50 in the February edition of the magazine, you will see the LMC polled passion 55/4. She is the second leading female for points as of 2021. Those are some lifetime stats on those polled females. So congratulations to first, second, and of course all the other breeders in that class. We are now into class number 55. Again, guys, there is quite a bit of a delay on our stream. We're hoping that it's okay. We do know that some people are having more issues than others. A lot of it is going to be your own internet too. So thanks so much for watching. Okay, so if you're looking at your catalog, that is going to be 871. I'm sorry, 671.
First place honor is going to entry 671 from Heritage for Texas. Your second place going to 1303 from V8 Ranch of Bowling, Texas. Our third place in the get-of-sire Grays going to entry 521, A.T. Brahman's Honey Grove, Texas. Our fourth place to 707 4D Cattle Company out of Buda, Texas. Our fifth place award went to 1244 from Chandler Cattle Company. The owners there, Daniel and Monica Chandler of Gainesville, Florida. Our sixth place award going to 949 Merino Ranches Incorporated, Roselle, Texas. And seventh going to 816 Yannick Cattle Company, Yoakum, Texas. Our eighth place award to 1245